This is major breaking news. This is an original story from David Ornstein. We've just had it confirmed.
Let's just show you the latest shots we have of him stepping out of his car. He is at the training ground for a medical.
Welcome back to the channel, City Faithful. If you want to stay ahead of the curve with the absolute freshest, most explosive breaking transfer news straight from the Etihad, you are in the right place. Before we dive deep into the monumental signing that has just rocked the footballing world, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update on our march to glory. The Manchester football landscape has been set ablaze once again as the summer transfer window delivers a staggering double sensation to the blue half of the city. In a breathtaking sequence of events that has caught the footballing world completely by surprise, Manchester City have finalized two monumental transactions. Hot on the heels of securing a historic, record-breaking agreement for English midfield powerhouse Elliot Anderson, the Sky Blues have officially finalized a completed transfer deal for Norwegian international sensation Antonio Nusa. The 21-year-old winger has formally completed his high-profile move to the Etihad Stadium, sparking a massive wave of contrasting emotions across both sides of the fierce Manchester divide. For the Manchester City faithful, the double swoop represents an absolute masterclass in market dominance and strategic planning. Fans gathered outside the Etihad Stadium and flooded digital forums to passionately celebrate what many are calling a transformative moment for the club. After the massive news that Elliot Anderson was arriving in a groundbreaking £116 million deal to anchor the midfield under new manager Enzo Maresca, the sudden, official arrival of Nusa has amplified the euphoria to a fever pitch. City supporters are reveling in the fact that their club remains the premier destination for Europe's elite young talents, building an unstoppable juggernaut capable of maintaining absolute dominance. Across town, the reaction from Manchester United supporters has been a complex mixture of frustration, envy, and resilient skepticism. United had been heavily linked with a move for Elliot Anderson earlier in the window before being priced out by Nottingham Forest's astronomical demands, and seeing him choose the blue side was already a bitter pill to swallow. The swift finalization of Antonio Nusa's transfer has only rubbed salt into the wounds of the Old Trafford faithful. While some United fans have taken to social media to dismiss the astronomical spending of their rivals, others are openly questioning their own board's inability to hijack such high-caliber, dynamic targets before they land in East Manchester. The arrival of Antonio Nusa, a player widely regarded as one of the most electric dribblers in European football, brings a completely unique dimension to Enzo Maresca's newly assembling squad. Having showcased his immense potential with RB Leipzig and terrorizing defenses globally, the young Norwegian brings an unpredictable, explosive flair to the Etihad. City fans are already fantasizing about the lethal tactical combinations he will offer on the flanks. His world-class ability to carry the ball progressively, take on fullbacks in isolated situations, and cut inside with devastating precision makes him the ultimate modern weapon for a team that thrives on suffocating opponents in the final third. A major catalyst for the euphoria surrounding Nusa's arrival is the mouth-watering prospect of his reunion with fellow countryman Erling Haaland. The telepathic understanding between the two stars at the international level for Norway has already given football fans a glimpse of what is to come. City supporters are convinced that Nusa's pinpoint crossing and intricate through-balls will provide Haaland with an even more terrifying supply line than he already possesses. The thought of a localized, club-level partnership between Norway's most clinical finisher and its most creative young winger has sent shivers down the spines of Premier League defenders and sent City fans into raptures. Tactically, the timing of these signings is incredibly significant as Manchester City transitions into a bold new era under Enzo Maresca. With the departure of legendary manager Pep Guardiola, there were natural anxieties among the fan base regarding whether the club could maintain its relentless pull in the transfer market. The successive captures of Elliot Anderson and Antonio Nusa have emphatically answered those doubts. Maresca is being handed a revolutionized, hypermodern squad characterized by intense work rates, tactical flexibility, and elite technical ability, signaling that the club's lofty silverware ambitions remain entirely unchanged. In the pubs around Piccadilly and the Etihad, the conversation among citizens has focused heavily on the incredible balance these new signings bring to the roster. While Elliot Anderson represents a robust, high-energy engine designed to screen the defense and drive through transitions alongside Rodri, Nusa provides the raw, unadulterated wizardry needed to unlock low blocks. Fans are praising the board for addressing two distinct needs in a single window, successfully blending domestic Premier League proven quality with elite continental flair. The atmosphere online and on the streets of Manchester is one of supreme, untouchable confidence. Conversely, the red half of Manchester is doing its best to downplay the significance of City's shiny new toys. Many Manchester United fans are pointing out the immense pressure that now rests on these young players' shoulders due to the sheer volume of capital expended. United supporters have argued on fan channels that accumulating an excess of young superstars can often lead to dressing room unrest and stifled development. They remain hopeful that United's own summer recruitment strategy, focused on systematic rebuilding, will ultimately yield a more cohesive team unit capable of disrupting the noisy neighbours' parade. Despite the skepticism from their rivals, nothing can dampen the mood of the Manchester City supporters who watched Nusa's dazzling performances on the world stage. The youngster's stock skyrocketed following his elite displays in recent international matches, proving that he possesses the big-game temperament required to succeed under the bright lights of the Premier League. City fans are notoriously appreciative of technical wingers who can get spectators off their seats, and Nusa fits the historic mold of Etihad entertainers perfectly. The expectation is that he will hit the ground running, energized by the welcoming Manchester atmosphere. The financial statement made by City this week has also reignited the age-old debates regarding financial muscle in modern football, a talking point that United fans have readily weaponized. United loyalists are calling the double signing an emblem of unchecked financial supremacy, highlighting that City broke the British transfer record for Anderson just days before finalizing the multi-million euro package for the Leipzig winger. For United fans, the narrative is clear: City are attempting to buy their way through a managerial transition, and the pressure on Maresca to deliver immediate trophies with these resources is now astronomical. City fans, however, could not care less about the criticisms, viewing them as nothing more than bitter deflections from an anxious fan base. They counter by pointing out that top clubs must spend to stay at the pinnacle of world football, and that the recruitment team deserves immense credit for identifying and securing the absolute best talent available. To the City faithful, the signing of Nusa is a testament to a perfectly run football club that players genuinely want to play for, especially given reports that Nusa rejected multiple European giants specifically to wear the sky blue shirt. As the formal announcements filter through and the social media reveals go live, the reality of a new-look Manchester City is rapidly taking shape. Photos of Antonio Nusa holding up the City shirt at the Etihad have quickly gone viral, becoming the definitive images of the summer window so far. The anticipation ahead of the upcoming pre-season tour is palpable, with fans desperate to see how Maresca integrates Nusa's blistering pace and Anderson's commanding midfield presence into the starting 11. It is a summer of profound optimism for the reigning heavyweights of Manchester. The footballing landscape in England has always thrived on these massive shifts in momentum, and this double transfer has ensured that Manchester remains the absolute epicenter of the sport. The upcoming Manchester derbies have already taken on an added layer of intrigue and hostility. United fans are eager to see their defence lock down the highly touted Norwegian winger to prove a point, while City fans are counting down the days until Nusa and Anderson get their first taste of the fierce local rivalry, confident that their new heroes will dominate the pitch. Ultimately, the completed transfer of Antonio Nusa, coming so quickly after the earth-shattering arrival of Elliot Anderson, establishes a thrilling new baseline for the upcoming Premier League campaign. Manchester City's fans have welcomed their new signings with open arms, a sea of blue smiles, and a renewed belief that their era of dominance is nowhere near its end. As the young Norwegian winger settles into his new surroundings at the Etihad Stadium, the message sent to Manchester United and the rest of the footballing world is loud, clear, and incredibly daunting: the champions are reloaded, revitalized, and ready for more.
This video and subscribe.